Good afternoon, traders, and welcome back once again to the Hot Stocks Outlook for December 15th, 2017. Hope you're all having an excellent week out in the financial markets, and we have a ton of great opportunities to cover. Going to start here in transportation and CSX. We've got publication companies, Clorox, so consumer non-cyclical, Nike shoes, Akamai, so some technology there. So a lot of really great opportunities to visit. But of course, it's all about managing trading opportunities, and I definitely want traders to understand exactly how they can do that with this approach here. Here in CSX here, we have the daily bars and candles. So this is very important to understand that these are all end-of-day forecasts and predictions, and these are all the daily bars and candles going all the way back to, you see, just the end of November there. And what we have here against that, the daily bars, is a black line and a blue line. Now, the black line is just a simple moving average, one of those common technical indicators out there. And you can think of it as a summary because it really just summarizes what's already occurred in the market over a given period of time. But what we're able to compare that to and look for these crossovers between this black line and the blue line. Now, the blue line, that is a value generated via the artificial intelligence found within VantagePoint. This is developed by the neural network process. It's doing what's called intermarket analysis and forecasting this average moving forward, because you need to know where prices are expected to move in relation to where they've been in the past. So what we're able to do is recognize really via a scanning feature that really highlights all of these opportunities at the right time of when that predicted moving average crosses above the actual moving average. That signifies a trend change and says you want to go ahead and get involved in the market. And you see that this market so far, since that forecast came through, up almost 14%. But that's not it. You really want to utilize the entirety of this forecast, which includes not only this bottom indicator here, but also a predicted range, which I want to explain here. Now, the predicted neural index here, this is a highly accurate 48-hour indicator. So it's letting you know when to expect short-term strength or weakness in the market, which is critically important because if you're in an uptrend, but there may be some short-term strength, when you expect that, you can ride it out. You know exactly what's coming. You know how to manage the opportunity. When things hit you by surprise, then it becomes problematic and you may jump out of a trend right before it really gets moving. So what this indicator is doing is looking forward 48 hours or 2 trading days ahead. And it's letting you know of that short-term strength or weakness in the market. So you can think of it, again, just 2 candles, very short-term. And so what we're able to do is understand that, okay, well, if the trend has come through, that neural index is confirming over the short term, then you want to look towards things like the predicted high and low levels that you're provided. And we can go ahead and bring those in as well. And you see that once we put those against the actual trading day, so you have this level before the trading day occurs, you understand that you want to be buying at these predicted low levels. And you see that even as the trend continues, these predicted lows are very exceptional for short-term traders, for trade management. You see 5 entries there, almost every single one, immediately moving higher from that level being breached. And that's what allows you to not only get involved with the 14% move to the upside, but also to, again, manage the opportunity effectively, add to your winners, and really make the most of opportunities like this. You see about 14% from that first predicted low level getting hit. So, you know, that's the entirety of the forecast. That's how this all works together. And that's really what I want to highlight here as we move through more of these opportunities here. So let's go ahead and move forward to Meredith. This is a publication company. Got some fundamental news saying, okay, they purchased Time Magazine. You may have heard of that in the news. But utilizing this approach is what's going to get you into these markets ahead of time. Before those catalysts and news hit the market, it's really already too late to make money on those opportunities. But you see all the way in mid-November here, getting that crossover between that predicted moving average and the actual moving average, saying, okay, well, look to get involved in this market. And even before this fundamental news came out, you have the information to be buying at very advantageous levels and understanding the trend is up. You want to get involved in this market. And you see, even after the news events come out, you're still getting exceptional predicted high and low levels. And that's what it's all about, is really adapting to changing market conditions. If you want to be a great trader, you know, that's critical, is understanding when a trade is working for you, when to go ahead and take some profits when the trend is reversed, but also how to add to that winner as the market moves forward. And you see, just like this other opportunity, very a short amount of time that these markets really trade at these levels and then immediately start trading higher in line with that uptrend. About a 35% move there in Meredith Corporation here. We'll move forward to Clorox. So, what I love about things like this is a lot of people get so hung up on trying to figure out fundamental news and trade the new technology stocks and all of this. Here's Clorox bleach, crossover to the upside, neural index confirming that. And then you have the tools to understand, okay, well, where do I want to be buying this opportunity? Where do I want to be adding to my position? See predicted low here, pretty much all of these days we're getting, almost 10 or almost a dozen entries here. And you see almost every single one hitting those levels and immediately moving higher. Over the duration of this entire trade though, since that first predicted low was hit, you're up 12%. Since the crossover came through, up almost 14.5% there. So that's what you want to do. That's how you want to think about things and really have tools that again are consistently accurate at forecasting this short-term strength or weakness in the market. So you see when that neural index goes negative there, you get some sideways action in the market, but the trend still very much to the upside. That predicted moving average well above the actual moving average. You really want to make sure you're in the market for these periods of time where you're not only getting trend, but short-term strength, continually forecasting there saying buy in, buy at those predicted low levels. So really nice opportunity, almost 15% in Clorox bleach. Here, Nike brands, we talked about this market around the end of November, I think really around this period of time right here. And what I really want to do is highlight why it's so important to hold on to your winners and really push those winners moving forward. And we'd gotten the crossover all the way back here in the market, almost at the beginning of really mid-October there. You see the market in its entirety up 25% in Nike shoes. But literally since that forecast came through, you see the market has still been forecasted that the trend is up. We got a little bit of sideways action here with the neural index forecasting that short-term weakness over those few days. But since that time, if we go ahead and bring in those predicted highs and lows here, you see several entries to add to your position and get involved with this market. And we see once again, this market's up just another 7% or so, over 7%. Just in the past 6 trading days. So just what I want to highlight here is why it's so important to ride your winners. As long as that predicted moving average remains above the actual moving average, you want to ride those winners, add to your position moving forward, and you really have all the tools here to manage a position very effectively. And you see over the course of this, which has now been over 2 months since the entry came through, look at all of these entries. So this isn't hypothetical. This is as this market traded and moved forward for 2 months, almost every single one of these predicted lows that was hit, the market immediately trading higher, staying with that uptrend, and responding very well to these short-term forecasts. So you really understand when to expect that weakness, stay calm, stick with your trade management and your trade strategy, and be very efficient with your execution. And that's what's so important to be a good and profitable trader here. Here in Akamai, again, just wanted to highlight why it's so important to hold on to trends. This crossover came through all the way at the beginning of September. So this is now almost 3 full months here of trading. And if we go ahead and look at the entirety of this move, it's taken a long time for this move to play out, but you could have locked in stops here and just leave this trade alone up over 20%. But let's go ahead and take a look at those predicted high and low levels, because this is, again, utilizing the forecast to its full extent. As markets trade forward, helping you manage opportunities, you see probably a dozen or so at least entries here into this market, probably 20 or so entries, where after a couple days you get to one of those predicted low levels and the market immediately trading higher after these levels get breached. So that's what it's about, is having tools that are going to adapt for you, help you really ebb and flow with the changing market conditions, know what prices you should accept, and keep you on top of your games. Again, I get back to being a very efficient trader in the market. With any business venture, anything you want to do, efficiency is key. So as always, guys, thank you all for watching. Best of luck out there with your trading in the financial markets. As I sign off here again, this is the Hot Stocks Outlook for December 15th, 2017, almost going into a fresh new trading year. Very excited about that. So again, thanks you all for watching. Best of luck and bye for now.